Irish couple have been caught up in the Greek wildfires, which has already claimed the lives of an estimated 74 people. Zoe Holohan and Brian O'Callaghan-Westrop were honeymooning in the town of Matty, which is one of the areas worst affected by these fires. Up to 200 people are said to have been injured and dozens are still unaccounted for as the wildfires wreak havoc, destroying homes, vehicles and sadly taking the lives of many families. The number of deaths is expected to rise. Well, joining us live on the line now to give us an update on the situation over there is journalist and travel reporter Anthony Grant. Anthony, good morning and thank you for taking our calls. You might just describe the scenes there at the moment.
Yes, hello. Good morning to you. The scenes of fortunately from today versus yesterday, I would say things have improved somewhat in terms of the most devastating blaze in those port towns of Rafina and Mati. Those flames have largely been put out, but the scenes of devastation there at the coast, it's like something out of a very bad disaster movie, because really the flames moved so fast that they truly did wipe out this small village of Mati, and of course that's where several of the victims were found. Okay, there's been some confusion, Anthony, as to where those fires started. Do we have any clarification on that? Yes, actually, I had seen some headlines about fires ripping through the Greek capital, which is not really accurate. The first fire broke out, I would say maybe 25, 30 miles west of Athens, and then the second fire, which happened Monday later in the day, was about the same distance, maybe 30 miles or so northeast of Athens. So this is the Athens region, but the center of Athens, even though there's very smoky, polluted skies, which continues, the actual fires and the blazes and the horrible scenes that we've been seeing are not in Athens proper, but they're in the region of Athens, and of course it's very close to the city, but not in the city center itself, no.
Do they know what ignited this fire or these fires in the first place? Do they have any understanding what might have caused it?
Yes. Well, officially, of course, the factors of the extreme dry conditions, very high temperatures. The temperatures have cooled somewhat today, but on Monday, of course, it was, I believe, the hottest day of the summer so far, with temperatures around 40 degrees Celsius or approaching about 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Very, very hot, and also there were extremely strong winds. So whatever may have set off a fire, maybe it was it could have been, no one really knows for sure, but there is a suspicion that it may have been with a criminal intent. Alexis Tsipras, the Greek prime minister, seemed to raise that possibility in a kind of a cryptic remark that he made, that he was very concerned about the parallel structure or timing of the fires. And people in the Greek social media and amongst themselves are talking about, unfortunately, the possibility that it may have been arson. But that's not an official opinion, that's just what people are sort of saying.
And Anthony, the current death toll is at 74. That's expected to rise. There are hundreds of people unaccounted for at the moment. Can you give me an idea of the rescue effort that is underway there and the effort to try and identify what has happened to some of those missing people?
From all accounts I've seen, the emergency responders have been doing an excellent job in a truly physically demanding and emotionally charged situation. I mean, it's these coastal towns these are not huge mega international resorts, but they're sort of mostly favored by Greek holidaymakers, pensioners. Yes, some European tourists as well, but they're not like big. It's kind of almost like kind of places where everybody knows everybody else, and so it's a very emotional thing. There have been, the military has been dispatching members of the military to help with the effort, and the fire brigade. It's been one wishes that there had been as much manpower devoted to putting out the blazes in the first place, because people were kind of in a sense caught unaware, unprepared for the ferocity of what turned into really be two in particular very large infernos. But they're doing an excellent job right now as we speak.
All right, we have to leave it there. Anthony Grant, journalist and travel reporter, thank you for joining us this morning.